Have you ever stopped to think about what keeps your favorite apps, from your banking app to that game you're addicted to, running without a hitch? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on that invisible force, performance testing.
We've all been there, right? You're just about to check out, send that super important message, or finally beat that level you've been stuck on for a week, and then, poof, the app freezes. Or worse, it just crashes. It's beyond frustrating.
But here's the thing you probably don't think about. For every single app that doesn't fail you, there's a whole team of engineers who have already pushed that software to its absolute breaking point long before it ever got to your screen. And that is the whole world of performance testing.
Okay, so let's dive right in. What exactly is performance testing, and why do we call it the foundation of any reliable piece of software?
At its core, performance testing is a special kind of quality check. It's not really about finding bugs like a typo or a broken button. Instead, it's all about how the app behaves under pressure. It really just comes down to answering three critical questions. Is it fast? Is it stable? And can it scale up when tons of people start using it at once?
So why go through all this hassle? Well, this process is what separates an app you love from an app you delete in frustration. It's how developers hunt down those tricky little performance bottlenecks, the bits of code that slow everything down. It makes sure the software is stable, reliable, and ultimately ready for you and me out in the real world.
So how do they actually apply all this pressure? Well, it turns out performance testing isn't just one single thing. It's a whole spectrum of different challenges, each one designed to mimic different kinds of real-world scenarios.
A really good way to think about it is like training an athlete, right? You don't just have them run one single race and call it a day. No way. You put them through sprints, long-distance marathons, and heavy weightlifting to get them ready for anything. It's the exact same idea for software. It gets put through a whole suite of tests to see how it handles all sorts of pressure.
Now this slide breaks down the two big ones you'll always hear about, load testing and stress testing. Load testing, over on the left, is all about simulating expected traffic. It answers the question, hey, can our app handle a typical busy Friday night? But stress testing? That's way more intense. It pushes the system way beyond its limits on purpose to find out exactly where it breaks. It's asking, what happens if we get 100 times our normal traffic, and how gracefully does it all come crashing down?
And it doesn't stop there. Engineers also run what are called spike tests to see how the system handles a sudden, insane surge in users. Think of it like when tickets for a massive concert go on sale all at once. Then there's endurance testing, which checks if the system can keep going and going under a heavy load for hours or even days. And finally, scalability testing helps them look to the future, asking, so what's going to happen when our app gets twice as popular? Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like when you're dealing with something massive at a global scale? To get a handle on that, we're going to take a peek inside a really powerful testing service called Fallout.
I mean, seriously, how do you even begin to test something as enormous and complicated as Apache Cassandra? That's a database system that powers some of the biggest services on the planet. Well, you need a tool that's just as powerful, and that's exactly where Fallout comes in. It's a testing service built specifically for these kinds of huge, complex challenges.
Whoa, okay. I know this diagram looks a little intimidating, but the idea behind it is brilliant. Think of Fallout's architecture like a master conductor for an orchestra. It's a system that automatically handles everything. Setting up all the servers, configuring the software, running all the different tests, gathering up all the data, and then cleaning everything up when it's done. It's basically performance testing as a fully automated service.
So how do engineers control this incredibly powerful machine? You're going to love this. They do it with a simple text file. This is a YAML file, and its simplicity is what makes it so genius. It means that pretty much anyone, from a top-level engineer to someone who doesn't even write code, can set up a hugely complex test in a format that's easy to read, easy to share, and easy to run again and again. It makes this super sophisticated testing accessible to everyone.
And this quote from the original paper really nails the whole philosophy behind Fallout. It wasn't built to replace all the other testing tools out there. Its job was to seamlessly stitch together all the different systems and benchmarks that various teams were already using. It creates one single unified place to run tests, no matter what tool you prefer. And the sheer scale of this operation is it's mind-boggling. Get this, on an average day, the Fallout service runs over 200 of these complex automated tests every single day. That's a relentless, around-the-clock process of making sure things work as they should.
This chart just drives that point home. It shows you how critical this kind of automation has become. I mean, look at that growth, from an average of just 15 tests a day back in 2017 to nearly 200 by 2021. That's not just a small increase, that's a massive shift in how modern software is built and validated.
Okay, so after looking at all the theory and then diving into a real-world beast like Fallout, what are the big lessons here? What are the key principles we can take away for doing performance testing right?
It really boils down to these core ideas, and we saw every single one of them in the Fallout example. You've got to start with clear, specific goals. Your tests need to mimic what real users actually do. They have to be repeatable. Remember those YAML files? So you can actually measure if you're making things better. Automation is absolutely crucial. Fallout wouldn't be possible without it. And finally, it's a team sport. It takes everyone, developers, QA, and operations working together.
So you see, in the end, performance testing isn't just some boring checkbox to tick off before you launch something. It's a deep, strategic investment in the long-term health of your software, and maybe more importantly, in the trust that your users place in you.
So the next time you open an app and it just works perfectly, exactly when you need it most, just take a second and ask yourself, what invisible work, what unseen force is working behind the scenes to keep my digital world running so smoothly?